And welcome back to another episode of Geek Centurions. It's me, boy, Eli.
Me, Joe.
So we're just coming back from EVO, and this would be like at least maybe like the second week after EVO, and we know it's a little late, but we needed time to really sit down and think about this thing. But yeah, so we came back from EVO. We went to EVO this year.
Yeah, in case if you don't know what EVO is, it's the Evolution Championship Series. It's a fighting game tournament that's held in Las Vegas every year. I think like the biggest, like probably the biggest, if not fighting game tournament that runs in the world. You get people from like all over the place: Japan, Korea, Pakistan, yeah, like, everywhere pretty much. People will come
Yeah.
all over the world in an open bracket to compete to be the best in whatever fighting game they have there,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, it's a fun experience. I mean, at the same time though, you're in Vegas and every day is like 100 degrees outside,
Oh
so
God.
it's one of
I'll say
those.
this: I remember hearing the previous because they're at a new venue. They were at a new venue last year. It was a little wonky, not the best. But this year, I felt like they did a lot better. We didn't go last year, but everyone was talking about how this year was a lot better than last. And yeah, no, it's something I feel like if you ever want like enjoy fighting games, go check it out. If you're not, I still recommend checking it out, especially if I'll say this: if you're not fully into fighting games, just wait till Sunday for top eight series, or just look up when the top eight games are. Top eight usually means those who are like the top eight players, because they usually end up being very hype.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's open bracket, double elimination.
Mm-hmm.
The top eight is usually like the last 8 players or so
Mm-hmm.
that are left to decide, who's the best player in the world, basically. So, yeah, I definitely agree with the sentiment of like, I mean, heck, even just watching it on Twitch or the YouTube channel, just to get a feel of the land and of like, okay, this is sort of interesting to watch
Mm-hmm.
like live on the internet. But obviously, for us, it was a cool experience to be there at like on finals day in the arena area,
Yeah.
seeing that stuff go down. But that's not exactly
Yeah,
what
that's not
we're
what we're
talking
talking about.
about.
That's not what we're talking about.
This isn't gonna be like a travel vlog thing. We actually got to do some interesting stuff there. Um, and we want to talk about that.
Yeah. So the thing about Evo is that it's such a community-run thing, but it's also big enough that even big developers will come in and start talking to them. Right. So we were able to go to at least a majority, if not all, the booths.
Publisher Bruce, yeah.
Yeah, the publisher booths. So you had Capcom, Arc System Works. So those of you who don't know, Capcom, Street Fighter 6, Marvel's Capcom, all that kind of stuff. Arc System Works had some Guilty Gear stuff, but also Marvel Tokon, the new game
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah. Their new fighting game, Marvel fighting game. Yeah.
Not to be confused with Marvel's Capcom.
No, it's
And we will talk about that.
yeah. Um, Also was I believe the developers for the Invincible versus game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know their name exactly. I think it's Skyflight or something.
Yeah.
We had Riot there for 2XKO, their League of Legends fighting game, which will be in beta next month, I believe.
Yeah.
September 9th.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, they were there. Psy Games, who handled the Grand Blue Fantasy versus fighting game, they were there too. I didn't know they were actually showing off their new EX characters there, so I didn't get a chance to try that out. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. But basically, Evo is also this kind of fun convention thing where you can kind of go and check stuff out. You not only will you find like cool developer stuff, but also indie developers. We didn't get a chance to go to that mostly because at that point we're kind of just running around doing whatever we can. Especially we also competed. Didn't do we obviously didn't make it to finals, but it's the fun of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I don't think we'd be doing the podcast if we had won anything, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's I mean, we're just gonna talk about the mainly experiences of playing like new games, and I think that's always kind of like a fun thing to do for the community as well, like getting to sort of play like these
Yeah.
beta versions of the new fighting games coming out, and games are like a lay of the land of like, oh, this seems cool,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
sort of
because we
thing.
get not only we get to try out Marvel Tokon, Invincible versus
2XKO.
2SKO, because they introduced Vi.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get a chance to go to Grand Blue, but we did get a chance to play Sagat and Ken, which we won't talk about very much because
By the time this episode comes out, those characters are already out. So it's more like you'll know what these characters are like if you're following any of the news outlets for Street Fighter or Fatal Fury. Like you'll know, and if
yeah,
you're playing the game, you're gonna like
yeah.
know what this character.
Like I'll say that
characters
Sagat
are.
felt cool. I like Sagat.
Yeah, no, Sagat's my boy. I was very excited when he got announced for the season.
Like I got leaked about what happened, who was in the new season for this game, and I was like, okay, I shouldn't tell him because he's gonna like lose his mind.
It's so funny because I remember hearing that there was a leak, and I don't know why. I think I just got false information because I saw somebody mention Makoto from Street Fighter 3. I'm like, that's cool, Makoto, she's back. People have been wanting to ask, people have been asking about her. That's pretty neat. And only to get blindsided by Sagat,
Sea Viper,
Steve Viper, Alex, and of course Ingrid from the Marvel, no, not from Marvel, Capcom Fighting Jam game, which.
and also that one game of from was it Alpha 3?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That should have been the call sign right there. It's like Alpha 3, huh? That's interesting.
But yeah, yeah, Sagat.
They also had Capcom Fighting Jam in that in Collection 2.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was there the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no. Sagat, cool. Feels good. For me, I don't know if he'll be top tier or not. People are already trying to figure out that mess right now. But I mean, he feels very Sagat, and I really like it.
Same thing with Ken when it came to like on Fatal Fury. I was like, whoa, they did their homework.
Yeah, I literally told you when we were playing, like he feels like he just got straight up just stripped out of Street Fighter 6 and put into Fatal Fury.
He did. And it's so funny because like I was thinking about because like they're obviously doing collaboration Street Fighter, Capcom and SNK, right?
Yeah.
And like because season 2 was Terry and Mai, and the first season for Fatal Fury is Ken and Chun Li.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, when you play Chun and Mai, and you can attest to this more than I can, because I can only speak for like Terry. Terry felt like for me was like, this is Terry, but like stripped down.
Cause messing around with Mai in both versions of Fatal Fury and Street Fighter 6. I think it's definitely because of just the buttons they have, right?
Yeah.
You got in Street Fighter you have a 6-button layout. Fatal Fury has 4 buttons.
Yeah.
Right?
So like for those of you like light, medium, heavy punch.
Light, medium, heavy kick in Street Fighter, and then light and heavy punches and kicks for Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, it is pretty interesting to see that distinction. I think I remember seeing a meme of like someone being like, Mai in Street Fighter 6, very powerful. She's sort of considered like a top 5 character almost from a lot of pros. But then you look at her in Fatal Fury and it's like, please give me buffs. I need help you out here, man.
Help me, please. SNK, I love you.
Yeah, so it's a very funny distinction.
Yeah,
but,
like the way I say this, the control wise for Terry feels very different than he would be in Fatal Fury. So that's why I was like, this doesn't feel right. But when but it's on the other side, Ken feels just like he does in Street Fighter.
And it's so funny because again, like I said, different number of buttons. So it's like you don't have that medium button in Fatal Fury. So it's like it feels weird that like that they're able to manage to like perfectly transition him into that sort of format. And of course, people are already talking about I think Ken's story mode or arcade mode in the game and being like a huge reference at the end for CVS Chaos, which was the SNK versus Capcom fighting game that they made back in the 90s, I believe, or early 2000s. But it's kind of one of those things of constantly like, okay, these two companies have been collabing with each other for quite a while now. Are we getting, a SVC 2 or CVS 3, you know, like an actual crossover game again with these two companies, and it's kind of like
Stop teasing me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like, stop. I don't want to be teased anymore. Just tell me. I'll take a no. It's all right. I'll be happy. Just knowing that you guys are cool now.
Yeah.
Not saying they were never cool, but like it's just one of those things. I'm like, man, this is so weird. But yeah, we didn't get to try Granblue, which I'm sorry, I didn't know that there was a.
To be fair, I didn't know either. I think I learned that until like the end of the second day that they're like, oh yeah, we have the EX characters. From what I understand, there's like 3 characters that are EX characters now.
Yeah.
Pretty much, it's like they have different move sets from their original version. I don't know if they're gonna be tournament viable. From what I have seen, they do have like some interesting new moves, but I don't think they have enough to consider them like better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting for side games to do. I mean, other than that, they announced like showed off some of the new characters that are coming out, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I think I guess which one of the games do we actually try? You want to talk first?
I think we should start with 2XKO.
Yeah, I think that probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2XKO, it's a game that's coming out. Its beta's coming out soon. I'll say this: it's a fun game, but I think the word of mouth. I think something about it is now causing it to kind of die down in hype.
Like lose a bit of word of mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah, because here's the thing: I played League of Legends a fair amount back in the day.
You was a troll.
I was not a troll. I played them with my boys, and that's the only reason why I played it. Because I think I tried playing it solo by myself at one point, and I was very much just like, well, this isn't fun at all. But yeah, no. So 2XKO, which I mean, there's only, I don't know. The thing about 2XKO is gameplay wise, I think it's fine.
No, I think a lot of people agree. It's coming to terms with the system, with the way the controls are. It's very much intended for leverless. So those of you who don't know, leverless are without the little like stick on the and buttons. It's just being purely buttons, or even pad. The regular controller stuff. It's kind of more or less designed for that. Like when we went there was no sticks.
Yeah, at the booth, you cannot. They did not have a station for you to play on an arcade stick. It was all just I think PlayStation 5 controllers and the leverless controller, which I gotta say, I did like the leverless controller they were using there. I think it's the one by Razer. I forget the name of it, but it felt nice playing on it. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I guess that's because the game definitely is designed with that in mind. Because in my brain, I think part of the reason why they have such a focus on that, and especially since the special moves are very much like button in a direction. As I call it sometimes, the smash style of using special moves. Of just press a button in a direction, you get the move out, right? I think it's very much in line of like, okay, the majority of League players are PC players.
Yeah.
They all play on PC. They use keyboards all the time, and that's kind of part of like the original design plan for I think of leverless controllers, because in a way they are kind of just like keyboards, but with like fighting game buttons, you know. So I think that's sort of the reason why that is sort of why it feels that way, like it's designed to be that way, because it's like, okay, a majority of our players are fans of League of Legends, and that game is only played on PC. There is no console port for that at all. So best way to have that group of players that are interested in playing this new League game, have them play on a system. Play on the keyboard. Make it make sense for them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the new character that was there was Vi.
Yeah.
Vi or V. Listen.
You didn't watch Arcane.
I did not watch Arcane. I know who she is. I know who Jinx is. I know most of the rest of the cast. It's just, I'm a bit, I think, and this is part of, for me, at least in terms of hype dying down, it's like, okay, but where's my boy Garen? Where's
that is
Where's
amazing.
Catalina?
Yeah.
The cool like chick with the knife. Aurelia. Like, come on. We
Yeah.
have a collie, part of the KDA girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a lot of characters. I think.
And I think that's kind of the problem, because so those are wondering like, okay, so I get that they're missing some characters, so what's the big deal? They announced only 10 characters. Was it 8 or 10?
I think it's 10 because I'm trying to think off of my brain. So it's Braun, Darius, Ari, Echo, Jinx, what's her name? Aioli?
Mm-hmm.
Aioli,
Buff Lady.
yeah, Vi,
Yasuo.
Yasuo, and yeah, that's 8.
What about Echo?
I just said Echo.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, so that's 8.
Echo.
I think that's 8 characters, I think, at launch.
Yeah.
Or at least at the start of the beta, which, as far as I'm aware, they are saying that once they hit beta, like, the game's not going offline. It's not going to pull a multiverse.
Oh, God.
Multiverses or anything. It's going to stay
online.
online.
That was one of the things that really put the nail to the coffin for that game.
Well, yeah, I think it was the start. But anyways, that, it's going to stay online. I'm assuming that once their beta phase is over, they'll fully transition to actual full release. Everything is on the table. But yeah, for a tag team fighter with 2 characters.
Yeah, so you get to play 2 characters. Either you yourself play 2 characters, or you and your friend play a character each.
Yes, which is the setup we had.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's always kind of interesting. Because if I recall correctly, in order for the other player to tag in, the first player has to sort of like, you as the second player can tag yourself to assist, and then the front player, like the point player, right, the guy who's still playing and actually controlling character, can press the tag button to tag you in. And it took us a bit to figure that out.
Because I was so used to playing it like by myself.
Yeah, because you were just trying to press the tag button, and it's like, why is it not doing anything? And I was like, what if I press it? And I come out, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
They're like, oh, right, that's how that works.
Yeah, they gave us a pamphlet that gives you the character move list and like the actual button layouts and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, we did not read through it.
Well, that's because we were like, oh, we already know.
Yeah, because we have played the closed beta tests or alpha, closed alpha tests before. But again, that's because we played those games on our own, basically.
Yeah, because we wanted to feel it by ourselves.
Because that's kind of what I assume how most future 2XKO tournaments are probably gonna be run.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting to see them like do like a team-based like tournament format of like 2v2s. Which it's funny because Multiverses did that too. It was a game that was very focused on a 2v2 format. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, just not to say that the gameplay is fine. I think playing Vi herself was actually kind of fun for me.
Yeah.
Because I picked her mainly because I was like, this is a new character. I haven't really played her. I kind of want to see how she does. I know she's a punchy character, rush down. But she felt fun.
I was playing Braun, but like I was so used to the way that it is on stick that I kind of felt weirded out by it, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do it this way. I gotta do it this other way. And I'm just like, oh wow, I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, there was no sympathy from the other side, but I
mean, I expect no sympathy from the other side.
But yeah, no, it was felt alright, but anyway, yeah. But I think
I didn't cry like a little bitch. I was like, oh okay, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, right into the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier about like a bit of the hype dying down is just sort of just looking at the character roster, there is sort of a lack of like some of the more interesting characters in League. Like you got Thresh, who's like a skeleton guy with a hook, like a scythe and a hook thing.
Yeah.
Which is always like he's fun to play.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't not to mean to interrupt you, but like the thing about attack fighters, you tend to have like a big number of characters for a multitude of combinations. Starting off with 10 feels a little lackluster, especially considering how long this game has been in development.
Yeah, because if you haven't known, like 2XKO started off as Project L, and that was announced back in
gosh, 2017, 2018.
Yeah, something like that.
Like it was being worked on, or at least it was announced, and then we didn't get like actual footage of it until like 2019, 2020,
Mhm.
I think. And then obviously, it's been cooking, but I think at the same time, like I said earlier, like there's so many other interesting League of Legends characters out there. I mean, hell, granted, I don't think Teemo, like like the little rat thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever know. Like I'm just talking like a foreign language to you right now.
Well, I think I know because like I've seen people wearing that hat,
Yeah,
right?
the hat. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Teemo hat. Yeah. There's a lot of characters in League of Legends that are like these characters look cool, but I think this is partially I'm like, well, it's like I'm guessing they just wanted to keep it mostly to the humanoid looking characters just to have a consistent like size difference. Because I mean, like I know like Cho'Gath's probably one of my favorites. He's just the giant like bug alien creature thing who like his ult in the game is to eat somebody, and if he actually kills them with that, he gets bigger. Like he can get like Godzilla size kind of in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's why I like him. So obviously, I don't think this weird like bug praying mantis
Which is like,
alien thing.
I get why it could take a while for characters because you have a, because how long has League of Legends been out?
League of Legends has been out since I want to say 2012.
Yeah, and we are like way past a decade now with that.
Yeah. So I mean, granted, there are like a lot of characters that probably aren't like favorites to get into this game.
No, 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 no.
But I mean, my thing is too is like I'm pretty sure like a character I mentioned earlier, Catalina, she's like this pirate chick or whatever with like knives and stuff.
Yeah.
She was in like pre-alpha footage of the game. I remember
Mhm.
seeing her in that stuff, but she's not in this version of the game.
She's probably the next character to be announced.
Maybe, but the fact that you have her like that character baking in a while and just not having her being part of this launch or this beta launch roster is just kind of weird to me. Like I don't know what happened
Like
there.
this is where I understand that like they need to go through a catalog of characters that would make sense with the game and then also like would allow it to still capture that what that character is. Because like I've never played League, but let me ask you: is the way some of these characters act the same? Would you expect for League?
Yeah, I mean Echo has those rewind abilities. He does that in the game. Ori has like her like little balls and mystic balls or whatever, or
Mm-hmm.
spells. Um, I don't know if she does like any of the charm stuff, which is like she charms an enemy and has them like confused and walks towards her to allow her
Mm-hmm.
to stick around. And Darius has that scythe thing, like his little axe scythe thing, pulls enemies in. He does the same thing here in 2XKO.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, there's a fair amount of characters that do accurately sort of portray that, and I guess that makes sense of why some characters like I said earlier, like Thresh probably aren't in the game. I
Yeah.
mean, because I guess he has his function being used up by Darius, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just kind of like it adds more variety,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's always kind of a cool thing in terms of fighting games. It's like you can have all these different types of characters that all do various different things. So it's kind of a bit suckish that like for the most part, the cast for this game is just very like generic.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I'm still hyped for the game in a way, but I'm not as hyped as I used to be. But that's probably the best word for it. It feels kind of, and again, I think it's kind of you're kind of limiting yourself by having what kind of characters would make sense for a fighting game. Because if you include like almost every of them, that you have to like include some of the aspects, or even take away things that make them unique. Like the character you just talked about, the one that gets Godzilla size after eating a character.
Yeah,
There's
like
no way that could work in a fighting game. You
no.
could, but then like at some point it's like, okay, but then you have to work around some stuff that makes it, you know, makes him that big. You're taking away an aspect of the character that people really like.
Yeah, and I get that. But yeah. Anyways,
It's still a fun game. It's just man, it just feels like it's lagging something. By the way, like like if you might have seen it in social media, like the lines for Tokon versus the lines for this, that's not true. Yeah, but that's not true. Like there are lines. There's just one happened to have more lines because it's newer.
Yeah, that's classic internet, creating dishonesty stuff.
Yeah.
But it feeds into the narrative, right, of like how people
Yeah.
are feeling about 2XCO. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Do you want to talk about Invincible versus?
yeah, which I gotta say that was I won't lie, because I think when Invincible versus got announced, it was a very, for me, I was like very kind of like,
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong, I know what Invincible is. I understand the hype for it. Like it seems like a very interesting story. But I haven't watched the show. Like I don't really.
I have, and I've read the comics, obviously.
Yeah, and it's like, sure, whatever. It's just whatever. I guess Amazon has some money to spare. They'll hire a game studio to make them a game or whatever. Yeah, but it is a 3v3 tag fighting game. And from what we played, I was honestly genuinely surprised at how.
That one feels more akin to what I would expect for a 3v3 TIE fighter.
Yeah, like there wasn't a big cast for you to select at the demo, but for what it's worth, it did feel very good.
Yeah, so what you had was, for those of you who are wondering, we had Mark, Invincible, Adam Eve, Rexplode, Bulletproof, one of the Viltrumite ladies.
The lady with she
Ma-
had like a knife in her hair.
Yes, I forget her name, but she's very important. She's not that important, but like she's one of those like side characters that's very recognizable. And then we have my boy, best boy, Battle Beast.
By the way, they did a thing where whoever won the set or whatever got a free comic book.
So we made sure to go against each other, so that whoever wins, we get a comic book.
Well, yeah, we usually paired up whenever it came to this stuff.
That's what
anyway.
they always ask, like, are you with someone already? Like, yeah, I'm with this guy.
Yeah, it's their way of like making sure that everybody has a partner to play against, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, we did like 3 rounds of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it felt good. I think that first game took us a bit of just trying to figure out like what to do because I know like the lady there was like, you want to explain the controls? I'm like, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's the fun part of it.
Yeah, it's like, mash the buttons, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's how we always do.
Yeah, but those second and third rounds, like they actually felt very good.
Yeah.
It has a similar thing of like one button specials, but they did announce, I think,
literally what we're at.
Like the next day of like, oh, by the way, we are adding motion inputs into the game for people who people who like that, which it's always nice. I personally am always just like have both,
Yeah.
Like Granblue does that. It has both motion inputs and symbol inputs. Obviously Street Fighter has its modern controls versus the classic controls. I think it's always nice to have the option there.
Yeah.
Personally, but yeah, it's it was a fun game. I literally like, I didn't even think to myself like that it would get very bloody and like, because you could straight up like dismember people in this game when you finish them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, all right, we're going Mortal Kombat style here. Because I think you did a move like a special to just kill my character, and like my character just like torso exploded and then their limbs flew out.
Yeah.
Which is just like, wow, alright.
Yeah, it's not awesome. The comics and the show is, so it doesn't surprise me that they had to make sure to keep that aspect of the game. But the gameplay feels nice and fluid. It's like you kind of, it's like even if you don't know what you're doing, once you do it, you feel good, which is I think a thing you should have because not everyone's gonna like go and compete at EVO. That's obvious. No one's gonna want to like learn to do motion inputs or anything. Like, they just want to like mash buttons and make cool things happen, and that's like what Invincible versus is doing. And I like that about it. I also like that the controls are so good. I don't tend to play like, I guess, simple inputs because I'm just so used to like classical, where the motion inputs kind of stuff. But the way that one played, I'm like, yeah, I could see this working either way. And it like even like just doing like changing it to like motion inputs. It's I feel like you'll be fine still. It's a lot more fluid than it looks. I'll say that. Because some people are like, oh, the animation looks a little choppy. It's like, no, it plays really good.
Yeah, and I think they announced Omni-Man for the game, which, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's fun that Omni Man gets to be in 2 fighting games where he blows people up.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, yeah, I definitely agree. It felt really nice. If anything, it kind of reminded me of like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
That's another good that's another good assessment too.
Yeah, like because that was also a tag-based fighting game with simple inputs or whatever.
Yeah.
That had Justin Wong and like some other FGC guys helping out in terms of playtesting that game.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, you had some people who developed KI or worked on.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I was so excited about it, and I kind of knew it was going to be some good. Some of the people that were part of Double Helix were working on the game.
Yeah.
And that was season 1 KI, and
Yeah.
season 1 KI was really fun, really good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were like not into it, but it's because like it was under Xbox, so they're like, I don't know. But then people started playing, and they're like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, yeah, we've been telling you for years. Like this game was good, and yeah, no, it's a game that I feel like I think that's the game we had the least time with.
Definitely, I think the least time with, but it was very it was very like intriguing. I would say like again like for someone like me who probably was like about the announcement of the game, getting to actually play it, I'm like, oh, you know what? This has some legs. Like,
see, I feel like that was a lot of people though, like right, because it's a 3v3 tag fighter. You're kind of expecting something more of the lines of something like Battle for the Grid, right? Where it's like it's good, but it's not gonna get that much of attention. It's kind of a niche one. But I feel like the fact that this game's coming out and it's like coming out to be really good says a lot, because I feel like Battle for the Grid was a good game, but it didn't get the hype until like people found out it had rollback.
Yeah, and I think them doing that collab with Street Fighter has also helped a little bit. I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about Marvel Tokon?
Yeah.
The game that we spent like 2 hours twice to get in.
Yeah, in line. The first time I had to leave because I had a pool like 15 minutes before we got to play the game, and they were doing like 15-minute like timed intervals of like people playing the game. I was like, I can't miss my pool. I have to go. I was literally right there that first day. I was like, God damn it. But yeah, Marvel Tokon Fighters was probably the most anticipated fighting game that's going to be coming out soon, next year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
A new Marvel fighting game.
4v4.
Yeah, 4v4. Although it's very interesting how they do the 4v4.
Yeah, because I remember I tweeted out, this is not Marvel's Capcom. This is no way plays like Marvel's Capcom. If you think this is gonna be Marvel's Capcom, you're gonna be in for an interesting ride. Hey yo.
But yeah, because I believe it's a 4v4 fighter, but you play one character, and each of the other 3 characters will come in as assists. Depending on the order you put them in, they'll have their own style of assist. Like you have like a projectile, which is like a horizontal assist. You have your like a vertical assist, usually like a DP or something, and then like the final assist is like a special one. Like they have their own like unique assist that helps out in a certain way. First to 3, so it's you have to win 3 games to win a game basically. We had like 6 characters to choose from at the demo, even though you had freaking Ghost Rider and Spider-Man in the trailer. You couldn't play them. Probably the only disappointing thing about that demo. But yeah, it was very interesting. I mean, obviously the game looks amazing visually.
Yeah. Very like anime comic book style.
Yeah, very much so, right?
Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know where to start with that game. So yeah, the lines were amazingly long, like really long, and thankfully by the second and third day they kind of had it down to a science where everyone got a chance to go. You didn't have to wait too long, because I felt like when we were there the first day, it was like, oh, this is excruciating long.
Right.
And now it's like, oh no, it's not too bad. And like every day was like a long line, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we I want to go back in, but I don't want to wait in line.
Yeah,
I want to do some other stuff.
yeah, it's certainly a pain to go through all that, right?
Yeah, and once you get there, like you have a selection of Captain America, Iron Man, Doctor Doom, Miss Marvel, Storm, and Star Lord. But the presentation of the game is amazing, and the gameplay itself is so unique. So when it was first announced, one of the things they said that you don't have to learn every character, and everyone was asking like, wait, but it's a tag fighter, you kind of have to learn every character. Turns out a lot of the characters have very similar input motions.
Yeah, they all have very similar move sets of like, do this move, do this to do this move, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them to sort of share that move. I mean, I think every character has like the same like input for super, as well. So like, yeah, it's very much like you don't have to engage with tagging your other characters in because it's only one life bar as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's not like any other versus game where you switch a character in and they have their own separate life bars. You gotta deplete all the life bars or whatever, right, to win the round. Here it's very much you only get one life bar between all the four characters, and it's really up to you on how to use it.
And you can tag, but you're gonna be able to tag the closest character. So if you send out, say you're playing Captain America, right? You send out Miss Marvel. You send out Star Lord. If Star Lord is the closest one, especially because he's the last person you sent out, that's the one you're tagging in.
Yeah.
And then you can do whatever you can with him. So there's that. They also have like a cool, like I would say, Street Fighter V V shift mechanic.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but
Yeah.
you can like sort of dodge an attack to hit with a counter.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if it whiffs, then you're sort of wide open for another follow-up attack.
Do you have a combo breaker and a counter breaker kind of thing going on too?
Yeah, I think it was like crossover is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very on brand.
Now, obviously, with the question of four characters, how tagging wise, you only have access to two characters: your main character and your first assist. You have to unlock the other two.
Yeah, and there's a very like beginner's guide video that they released like the day of.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, they were like sort of giving you QR codes to watch the video and show you the move sets for all the characters while you're in line. And they're even playing it on like their little TV screens as you wait in line as well.
Mm-hmm.
To explain the mechanics and all that stuff. And pretty much, I believe it has a very sort of similar thing to Guilty Gear's like wall break system, where if you do a certain like move in a certain area, you'll move on to like a different part of the stage, and that will unlock a character for you. And normally, losing rounds will also just get you a character as well.
Yeah.
So pretty much it sort of kind of starts at a bit of a slow escalation of like it's you and one assist, right?
Yeah.
And then by like I guess final round, essentially both players should have all assists unlocked, and that allows you to do some a lot of crazy shit.
It got crazy,
right?
I'll be honest.
Yeah, like it felt pretty cool. Especially since like it can also kind of snowball effect a little bit if one guy or one player starts to unlock their assists before the other one, it's kind of like you get put into a very disadvantaged spot, right? Because it's like I only have one assist compared to you who has like all your assists unlocked. This is gonna because I can only do one thing basically.
Yeah.
To help me out. But yeah, no, it's I mean, because if I recall correctly, I played with a team of Cap, Doctor Doom, Storm, and I think Iron Man? Yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah, my team was Cap, Miss Marvel, Star Lord, and Doctor Doom.
Yeah, and obviously it felt pretty good. I mean, each character has their own unique action as well. Like the way like because it felt very like Grand Blue to me, and I guess in for extent it's also kind of like Blaze Blue because you have the 3 buttons: light, heavy, and medium attack with a special button, which allows you to do a unique action. I know for Captain America he throws his shield, but he can also bounce it off of the things, like himself, like he
Yeah.
can kick it back and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
Love
honestly. I think for Doom, it was like a reflecting shield. Like you can just place one that sort of like moves forward across the screen depending on where you are, like even in the air. So it's a kind of a neat little pressure tool. I don't remember everybody else's. I think Iron Man, you can shoot some missiles from wherever you are in the map.
Yeah.
But yeah.
To be fair, we didn't have much to try out because one of the things about it is like we only have like 10 to 15 minutes to play.
Yeah, which is fair because it was long lines and like trying to like get all that in motion. Like I think we were about to start one more match because you were like, is that it? Are we done? It's like no, we get like 10 minutes or whatever.
No. I was like, okay, we don't have enough time for another one.
Yeah, but I think I remember being like, listen, we have time until they tell us we don't have time.
That's fair.
And then as soon as we launched into another match, it was like, all right, time's up. It's like, God damn it.
I told you.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. I'm very excited. Like it's like, I mean, obviously you said it earlier. Like it's not like Marvel, as in referring to Marvel versus Capcom, the other tag team Marvel fighting game, and very much so. And I think that was sort of it was the main concern I think a lot of people had when they announced this. Back at I think Summer Game Fest, right?
PlayStation.
Yeah, the PlayStation State of
Because
Play.
it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yes. People were just worried that like this would be the end of Capcom and Marvel working on games together for like Marvel vs. Capcom games, right? Because it's like it's the end of an era,
NBC, I killed it.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But just seeing how this game is played and how it works out, like it's very much like, oh, this is completely different. You could arguably see these two franchises like being able to be in the same ecosystem because it's two very distinct games. I know they even said that they have like a 10-year plan for this game for Tokon Fighters.
Yeah.
Or it's not Tokon Fighters, it's Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls.
Yeah.
Which is a long name. And I do kind of wonder what the hell the story would be. Because the game, I think when it loads into a game, it has the announcer from KOF 15. If you figure that out.
Yeah.
Going like, in the orange corner, it's Captain America with the Tokon Fighters. And in the blue corner, it's Iron Man with the Tokon Warriors.
It's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it's like you're putting these guys in an arena. Because that's maybe the one thing I'm interested in is like, what the hell the story's gonna be. I mean, granted,
there probably isn't a story.
Yeah, because I mean, like, these fighting game stories are always kind of like the one fatal flaw of fighting game. It's like nobody cares about the story mode
unless you're Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, unless you're Mortal Kombat, in which case they put a ton of effort into the story mode. But yeah, for if I'll say it right now, I'm excited for this game.
There is a closed beta coming out.
Yes, I believe so. It comes out, I want to say
September.
Yeah, because I think it's actually gonna last like 2 days before. I think it ends 2 days before the closed beta for 2XKO, which is very funny.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I will say I don't see a Marvel's Capcom happening anytime soon though.
I would agree to that. I don't think.
Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, then Marvel's Capcom's coming soon." Then I was like, "No." I've known people who were like, "No, this is gonna be the one replacing, say, Fighters as the 3v2 set." No. Marvel does not want two competing games at the same time.
True, but it would be funny.
It would be funny.
I mean, there was that leak. There was a leak a while ago about this game, or something to the effect of a Marvel fighting game, and everybody assumed it was a Marvel versus Capcom game, but I believe it was this game that came out instead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows if that even happens at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's partially because when you think about it, like, Capcom hasn't really done any sort of, like, multiple fighting games coming out at the same time, like what happened back in the early 2010s, right? You had Street Fighter 4 came out in 2009, and then
Yeah.
like your arcade or championship editions or whatever. But then you had within the span of like a year, Marvel 3 came out, and then after that in 2011 was
Cross Tekken.
Cross Tekken. So like it has been able to be done before with Marvel. I mean, heck, just saying it, MVCI came out in 2017, which is like what, year and a half, 2 years after launch of Street Fighter 5, right? So it's they have the resources to make another fighting game on the side, but I think Capcom is very much in like, we want to focus all of our fighting game effort into Street Fighter 6. I mean, how people are constantly like wanting costumes and stuff and other stuff. Right? I mean, the swimsuit costumes just came out now, and that's probably making you a bunch of bank.
Yeah.
So there isn't really a reason for Capcom to go in and be like, we're making another Marvel game, especially since people are wondering if there's a rumored CVS 3, right? Like, what takes priority there, right?
No, yeah, it's that, and like for me, it's like, if you're a company that's doing all this, there's no way you're gonna be like releasing two competing projects at the same time.
It's just gonna cannibalize each other, right?
Yeah, because like I've known people like, well, this is gonna be for this kind of demographic. This is gonna be for this. I'm like, no. You're thinking about specifics. You guys also have to think about the broader term, because you're a part of a community that knows the difference. We also got to think about a community that does not know the difference.
Right.
That being like people who just see fighting games as fighting games. Like this is like oh yeah, it's like a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter. Like I've known people who make the joke, like, or not make the joke, or like confuse MK with Street Fighter. It happens, guys. It happens. I know it sounds dumb and stuff, but it happens because not everyone is a gamer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's been people that are like, you buy their kids the new Call of Duty, but it turns out it's Battlefield or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
It's just a shooting game, right, son? No, Dad. No. No, you just no.
But I mean, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I highly recommend all those games, especially when they come out. And if they ever do a beta, go for it. It's a really fun game, and then let yourself decide on whichever you want. Personally, I'm definitely gonna get most of these games personally, because I think some of them are gonna be free to play.
Well, 2XKO is free to play. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact. Making money off of all those Ari skins. But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting time to be a fighting game fan. And I really don't know where we ended, but but it's we had a lot of fun at EVO playing these new games. It's gonna be cool to see where we go. I'm very much excited to see what the cast for Tokon Fighting Souls is gonna be.
Yeah.
Right? Like, obviously you have already pretty solid roster already. I'm hoping to see. Well, I assume we're gonna get like a Deadpool in there, Wolverine. Just like that, and like maybe some more obscure characters. Like I mean, Marvel Rivals has put some characters back on the map. Like I think adding somebody like Magic in the roster would be pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's about all I got. So.
Yeah, that's about all I got too. If you guys enjoyed what you heard, be sure to follow us on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're most of on Instagram, where you find a link to all the podcasts we're officially part of, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora, all the like. And we find a link to the YouTube for all you other listeners out there who want to put a face to the voice. And if you offer any form of support. Fighting games are awesome. That's all I gotta say. It's me, your boy Eli.
Big Joe.
You guys have a good one. Peace.